Hey there, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new video. Today's video is a really exciting one because not only is it a collab video, but I am also speaking about my favorite makeup collabs that influencers have done. I feel like this is such a fun video. I love that I got to put together all of my favorites. I have 10 favorite makeup influencer collabs that I'm going to share with you guys in today's video. So why don't we go ahead and get started. So like I mentioned, today's video is a collab video, which I'm so excited about. So I am collaborating with Miss Samantha March here on YouTube. You guys have heard me talk about her a bunch on my channel. I find her videos so inspirational. I feel like she's just one of those people who works so hard. And I just love her content. She does a lot of unique things. She comes up with the best video ideas. I've done so many of like her tags. She does her Will I Buy It's, which I'm sure you all know about. But just so many unique videos on her channel. I really enjoy hearing her takes on things. She also talks a lot about like different issues in the community and things, and I feel like she's just one of those people who I thoroughly enjoy watching so much. She is a true sweetheart. I actually got to meet her last Gen Beauty, and it was just like I was talking to a friend. I feel like she was the same online as she was in person. She was so sweet and so kind, and it was such a blast to hang out with her. She's actually going to be at the next Gen Beauty 2 that I'm going to next month, and so I'm excited to be able to see her again. But when she reached out to me and was like, let's collab, I was like, yes please, because I wanted to collab with her for a while. She is so great, and I think you guys will really enjoy her channel if you are not subscribed. So definitely check her out. She's a beautiful person inside and out, and you guys will love her. So we talked about what we should collab about, and we were like, oh, what should we do? And there was a few different ideas. But it kind of made sense that we would do a collab on influencer collabs because this year we both actually got to do our own collabs, which is really exciting. So you guys know I got to do my brush set with Doll 10, and she actually came out with her own highlights with Ofra Cosmetics. So she got to do her March Beauty Word highlights. And I love the fact that she thought to put two highlights together because I really enjoy Pillow Talk. It's one of my favorites from Ofra, and the Star Island one I do really like as well. I have it in a highlighting palette, but I would have never thought to mix the two together, you guys, but together it's so pretty. So I'm so proud of her that she got to do this collab with Ofra. I was so excited when she released that she was doing it. She also got to make a lip bundle with them as well, which I did get that one too. I just love supporting people here that I feel like are really genuine, true creators, and I feel like a lot of times, you know, we don't get to see the smaller people collabing with brands, and it made me so happy that she got to do this collab, and I'm just really excited that we are doing this video together. So Samantha is also doing her top 10 favorite influencer collabs. So I'm gonna have her video along with her channel linked down in the description box, so please make sure you guys head over there after you're finished watching this one. You guys will love her content. I can't wait for you guys to see her video as well. So I'm gonna get started with my favorite influencer collabs. I'm excited about these. A few of them were like limited edition, but for the most part, I'm pretty sure you can still purchase all of these, which is great. So the first two products I have in my favorite influencer collabs are from Katie and Desi. Desi Perkins and Katie, or she used to be known as Luster Lux here on YouTube, have been really a true inspiration to me in my channel. I know Luster Lux was like the very first one that I found, and she's really the reason I started my channel in general. So anytime they come out with a collab, I always try to support them because I just love their content and I just love their personalities. I follow along with them, their husbands. It's just great. I've been following them for a long time, so I love to support them when they come out with collabs. And I actually have two different favorites from the collabs that they've came out with. The first one I want to get into is from their first launch. They did two different collaborations with Dose of Colors. So there was like a first round, they had like a palette, some lippies and things, and then they also came out with a second collaboration, which is what I have the palettes from. So first I'm going to talk about this lipstick. So this is their Hot Fire liquid lipstick. You guys, I love this color. It's so unique to my collection. Sorry if I sound a little bit raspy. I'm still kind of like dealing with this cold that I have, but this is one of my favorite liquid lipsticks that I have in my collection for summer. I feel like it's such a true, just like fire, like the name of this is perfect for what it is, because it is really just like a true coral, bright, fiery, like orangey red shade. This is what made me fall in love with the Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks in general. I hadn't really tried them until I purchased like their entire collab bundle. They had a few different liquid lipsticks in there, but this one just, I just love it so much. So I also love from them their Friendcation palette. So this one came out with their most recent collab that they did with them. And what's funny is I was kind of on the fence about getting this one because they did come out with a quad with their first launch with Dose of Colors, and I didn't really love the formula in there. And then they came out with this larger palette here. So this one is called the Friendcation palette, and I kind of was on the fence. Like, the color story looked so pretty, but I was like, okay, like I didn't really reach for the other quad very much. Like, am I gonna use this one? Am I gonna get use out of it? And I did ultimately decide to buy it, and you guys, I'm so glad that I did. This is one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes in my collection. People ask me, like, what's your favorite palette? I always recommend this one because it's such a good eyeshadow palette. It's what I have on my eyes today, and I just feel like I've come up with so many looks with this palette that I really enjoy. It's very easy to use, which I appreciate. The mattes blend out really, really nicely, so anytime I just want like a quick, easy look, I'll go in with like this one, and then this one. It's just like a quick, easy champagne, like beautiful look. The shimmers in here are very foiled. They're very beautiful. The deeper shades are so fun, like the green, the blues, are really fun to do some more like dramatic looks, but I also love how just like neutral the palette is. And then I also want to mention a few favorites from Jaclyn Hill. Jaclyn Hill is somebody I've been watching on YouTube for a very long time now. She's another person who, when she came out with collaborations, or when she comes out with collaborations, I tend to purchase them because I do enjoy a lot of the products that she makes. I know nowadays she's been a bit controversial, but I do still have favorite staple products in my collection from her collabs that I really do enjoy. I want to say that this is like one of the top like influencer collabs. I feel like everyone talks about this palette, everyone loves this palette, but there is a reason why. I feel like it's a very versatile palette. You can get so many different looks with this. I feel like mine is just beat to the ground. Like, you can tell it's very loved. But I love how, like I said, how many looks you can get with this, but I also love the formula. I feel like it's also easy to use. And when I first got this one, I don't think I had like the largest collection. So for me, I really reached into this all the time for the different colors, but also I loved going into it just for like the neutral looks that I could create with it. I love that there's so many tutorials with this palette as well. So anytime you want any kind of look with this palette, you can just look up a tutorial and find it. I just think it's a really great formula. I really like the shimmers in here, the mattes. I think it performs really well, and it's always been one of those palettes that I also recommend to like beginners or someone who's like getting into makeup. It's just a good staple to have in your collection, and I feel like it is pretty easy to work with. And then I also have her Armed and Gorgeous palette right here. This is from her Vault collection with Morphe. I know this one was really controversial. I know not everyone loved this palette or this Vault collection, but I really did like mine, and I especially loved the Armed and Gorgeous. I use this one all the time. Like, you can tell it's pretty well used in my collection. I just feel like it's an easy palette because it's so small to go in with and create an easy look. I don't find the shades like hard to work with or anything like that. I like the fact that it has a mirror. I also love these foiled shades, like this one in particular, Coin. I've went in with that one so many times, and every time I'm out wearing it, someone's like, what is on your eyes? Because that is the most beautiful shimmer. It's such a gorgeous palette. And I do think that there are a few colors in here that are similar, like this one, like the two tan shades in here. All three of these really are kind of similar, but they're different. And I feel like when you use this, you use it on the eyes, you'll see that the palette is kind of different. I don't know, I love it. This is one of my favorites. And then also, of course, Champagne Pop had to be in here because this is a highlight that I wanted so badly. Like, I wanted this highlight for so long, and I didn't purchase it because it was expensive. I think it was like $38, and I was just like, I can't do it on a highlight. But I wanted to support Jaclyn, and I finally did end up purchasing it, and it was my favorite for so long. I still reach into it now, but I used the heck out of this when I first got it. It has like a pretty good dip in it. I feel like this is kind of what made like highlighter popular. Like, I just remember not even knowing what highlight really was, but then she kind of came out with the Champagne Pop, and I feel like it was everywhere. It was in Sephora. I remember the time I got to go like swatch it in store, and I was like, oh my god, it feels so buttery. Like, I was so excited to swatch this highlight, but it's just a really pretty, just like true gold champagne highlight. Becca is one of those formulas that I've always really enjoyed. I love a lot of their face products. It's a great compact. I feel like you just can't go wrong with this one. I know it's still available. I don't think it's hers anymore. Like, I think the collaboration portion of it ended, but I know you can still get Champagne Pop as a highlight. I do still think it's really pretty, and it is still a staple in my collection. And then speaking of Becca, this one I was like debating on putting it in because technically Khloe Kardashian isn't really like an influencer, but she kind of is. So I did decide to include this one because it is one of my favorite face palettes, if not my favorite face palette in my collection. This one is the Made with Love by Khloe. She did a collaboration with Becca with her best friend Malika, and they came out with 2 different face palettes. So there was the Made with Love by Chloe palette and then the Made with Love by Malika palette. The Malika palette was more geared towards like medium to deeper skin tones, and I feel like Chloe's palette works a little bit more for fair skin tones. So I did go ahead and get the most love out of the Chloe palettes, but this is such a good face palette, you guys. I love the shades in here. I'm probably going to hit pan on all of them because I use this so regularly. The highlight in it is absolutely stunning. It has 2 different blushes and then a bronzer. It has great mirror. The packaging is very sturdy, very luxe looking. I've seen a lot of people say they can get these at like Marshall's and TJ Maxx at a discount. I've also seen them on sale, I believe, at Sephora, but I know you can still purchase them. I highly, highly recommend it. The bronzer formula from Becca is one of my favorite bronzers. They have their Capri Coast bronzer that I've used forever. I love that one. But there's just something about having this quad right here when I feel like if I travel, this is the one I take. It just has those blushes that have like a nice like glow to them, but it's not too intense. And then the bronzer, like I said, is one of my favorite formulas. And then the highlight is like their true Becca highlight. It's very glowy. It's very pretty. Just love this one here from Becca. And then getting into our final ones, I have another eyeshadow palette for you guys. This one is from Makeup Shayla and Colourpop. This is the Perception palette. I really love this palette. I've used the heck out of mine. I actually have a smashed mirror on mine, so I'm going to hold it like this. But this is such a good palette. Again, if you are like a beginner and you're just getting into makeup, I feel like this, like Colourpop is a good formula to start with because I feel like they're affordable, but they're also very easy to use, easy to work with. I don't find the shadows like hard or anything like that to blend. They're just really smooth. So this is a little bit of a larger palette, but I feel like you can create so many different looks. Again, with this, I feel like I can go in and I can do a fun green look, I can do a blue look, I can do a pink look, I can do more neutral, I can do a smoky eye. Like there's so many things I can do with this palette, and I never am disappointed with the looks that I do come up with. Again, I like the formula, and Makeup Shayla is someone I've been following for a long time. I really enjoy her content as well. I've learned so many different tips and tricks from her on like how to blend, and she's just really fun to watch. I love watching her channel. So this is one of my favorites. Definitely love Makeup Shayla as well. And then also from Colourpop, I do have a few other favorites from collabs that they've done. So this one here is from collab with I Love Sarah E. I think this was the first collab that they came out with, and this one is one of their ultra glossy lips in the shade Curvy. I love this lip gloss, you guys. I'm surprised I haven't went through the entire thing because I have used this so many times. I also keep it in my purse with me. It's such a pretty color. It's just like a true pink nude, and I feel like with any eye look or any face makeup, no makeup, anything that I have on, this just like gives me that extra pop on the lips. It's a comfy formula. It's not too intense. I love the brush that it has on it. You apply like the perfect amount. This looks pretty on its own. It looks really pretty with a lip liner. I Love Sarah E's channel is another one of the channels that I feel like is really helpful if you like watching tutorials. I just watched one of her hair tutorials the other day on like how to do a high pony, and I feel like she really just like talked me through it, and I was able to do the pony that she was doing in her video. So I feel like she's really helpful. She's really fun to watch. So I definitely love this one here. I don't think that this is still available because it was the first launch. I know since then she's came out with a second collaboration or maybe even a third with Colourpop, but I do really love this lip gloss here. And then another lip product from Colourpop that I love is the Lumière. This one was a collaboration with Kathleen Lights. Kathleen Lights is another one who I really enjoy. She was one of the first people I started following on YouTube as well. I really, really love her content. She's so good at just like doing videos. I feel like she does such fun videos that are unique, and I love her style of videos. So this is the Lumière Lippie stick right here. It's actually the lip I have on today as well. This one has like a sentimental place in my heart because it is the lip color that I wore on my wedding day. I love this formula, and I feel like nobody really talks about the Lippie sticks anymore, but I used to own so many of these from Colourpop. I remember purchasing this, and then I fell in love with it, and then I started purchasing a ton of other colors. I used to have a ton of them. So this is part of their matte formula, if I didn't say that, but it's just such a pretty color, and you can actually still get this on the Colourpop's website. It's a really, really comfy formula. It lasts forever. I love wearing this one, and like I said, I did wear it on my wedding day, so I feel like I'm just gonna hold on to this one forever. It just has a special place in my heart, and I've always loved Kathleen's content, so I definitely love supporting her with this one. And then the very last one that I have is from Amrezy and Anastasia Beverly Hills. So Amrezy is someone who I didn't necessarily like follow her content, But I saw this highlight all over Instagram and I was like, I need this now. And I went ahead and purchased it. It has such a pretty design to it. I think that that's what sucked me in, was like the waves in the highlights. But once I tried this, I like loved it. You can tell I've definitely put a dent in mine. It's a highlight I have on today mixed with another highlight. It's so pretty. I love the packaging. I know that this one was limited edition. I think I've seen it come back a few times, but I'm pretty sure this was limited edition. Maybe they'll bring it back because I know so many people love this highlight. It's so many people's favorite. It's one of my favorites. If you were to ask me like top 5, I definitely put this one in there. I'll go ahead and swatch it so you guys can see it, but it's just a true beautiful golden, just like I could bathe in this. It's such a good formula. I feel like you can use a lot or a little and it just looks really, really nice on a ton of different skin tones. I just think it's a really pretty, true golds and highlights. I feel like on me, it doesn't really highlight texture or anything like that. I think it's a really pretty formula and I love the compact as well with the mirror. I think it's so sleek. So that is going to do it for my top 10 favorite influencer collabs. You guys will have to let me know down below some of your favorites that you have from influencers that you enjoy. I hope you guys will head over to Samantha's channel and check out her video. I know I'm personally so excited to watch hers so I can see what her favorites are. I'll have her channel and, like I said, her video down in the description box, so make sure you guys head over there, show her some love. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.